Good morning. Nakikita naman po yung presentation.
Yes po, sir.
Okay. For Tuguegarao Airport Development Project, the scope of work is the rehabilitation of existing PTB, construction of administrative building, and construction of Pumphouse. The source of fund is JA CY 2022 of DOTR downloaded projects. The approved budget for the contract is 110,842,500 pesos and 51 centavos. Technical personnel requirement and the minimum major equipment requirements. Required pickup license is a medium A license category B, building an industrial plant. The duration of the project 400 calendar days, inclusive of 22 rainy or unworkable days. The applicable fee for the bidding documents is 56,000, inclusive of 12% VAT. Bids must be duly received by the BAC Secretariat at the address below on or before December 14, 2023. And bid opening shall be also on the same date and at the same time at the given address. Under the ITB clause number 3, the certificate of site inspection duly signed by Ms. Mary Sulin A. Sagursor, Airport Manager of Tuguegarao Airport, or her duly authorized representative. This shall include all the following documents: the copy of company ID of the person who conducted the site inspection, the copy of airport facilities visitors logbook with entry of the name and signature of the person who conducted the site inspection, and a picture of the proposed site, including the personnel who conducted the site inspection, together with the airport manager or her duly authorized representative. So these are the example of the site inspection certificate, and then the company ID, and also the airport logbook. Under ITV clause 5.2, the bidder must have an experience of having a completed single largest completed contract equivalent to at least 50% of the ABC. ITV clause 7.1, subcontracting is not allowed. For ITV clause 10.4, so these are the key personnel requirement or the minimum required minimum years of experience for the key personnel. So in general experience, they should have a minimum experience of 5 years in general engineering, and then 3 years in building an industrial plant. So again, these are the minimum major equipment requirement. Under ITV clause 11.2, bid exceeding shall be. For ITV clause 15.1, the bid security shall be in the form of a bid securing declaration or any of the following forms: the amount of not less than 2% of ABC if bid security is in cash, cashier's manager's check, bank draft guarantee, or irrevocable letter or of credit, and the amount of not less than 5% of ABC if bid security in surety bond. ITV clause number 16, each and every page thereof shall be initial signed or by the duly authorized representative of the bidder. And each bidder shall submit 1 copy of the first and second components of the bid. Bids not complying with the above instruction shall be automatically disqualified. So these are the example of the table of contents, and then the initial or signed and must be sequentially paginated in accurate order. Activity clause number 17, the address for submission of the bids are shown. And then ITV clause 19.2, partial bid is not allowed. The infrastructure project is packaged in a single lot, and the lot shall not be divided into sublots for the purpose of bidding, evaluation, and contract award. For ITV clause number 20, the bidder with the lowest calculated bid complies with and is responsive to all the requirements and conditions shall submit the following. Failure to submit any of the post-qualification requirements on time or a finding against the veracity thereof shall disqualify the bidder for award, provided that in the event that a finding against the veracity of any of the documents submitted is made, it shall cause the forfeiture of the bid security in accordance with Section 69 of IRR of RA 9184. Under the ITB clause number 21, the following relevant project documents are required to be submitted by the successful bidder who submitted the LCRB as part of the contract agreement during its signing. So these are the required documents to be submitted as shown. Construction safety and health programs approved by the Department of Labor and Employment, the Airport Development Project, rehabilitation of existing PTB, construction of administrative building, and construction of Pumphouse. Under the special conditions of the contract, GCC clause number 5, in addition to the performance security, winning bidders shall submit contractors all risk insurance or carry prior to signing of contracts. And then 7.2, in case of permanent structures such as buildings of types 4 and 5 as classified under the National Code Philippines, and other structures made of steel, iron, or concrete which company with relevant structure codes. So, such as but not limited to, or steel or concrete bridges, flyovers, aircraft movements areas, ports, dams, tunnels, filtration and treatment plants, sewerage system, power plant transmission and communication towers, railway system, and other similar permanent structures. So, under ITV clause number 13, the amount of the advance payment shall not exceed 15% of the total contract price. Under GCC clause 15.2, the amount to be withheld for failing to produce as built drawings and or operating and maintenance manuals by the date required is 2% of the contract price. These are the checklist of technical and financial documents. So under technical components envelope, we have the legal documents as shown. The technical documents are shown. And then the financial documents are shown. And under financial components envelope, so as shown. So this is the site development plan of the project. The green one will be the rehabilitation of the passenger terminal building. And the red one is for the location for the pump house. And the blue one is the location for the construction of admin building. This the land side perspective of the passenger terminal building. And this will be the airside perspective. So this is the floor plan, ground floor plan for the passenger terminal building. Second floor plan for PTB. This is the perspective for administrative building floor plans. This is the pump house building, and then the floor plans. So for the scope of work, under the rehabilitation of existing PTB, we have the civil structural works. Under the civil structural works, we have the site works with the following works to be done and electric page. Under the concrete works, we have a ready mixed concrete with the strength of 4,000 psi at 28 days with the total coverage of 804 cubic meters, and then 3,000 psi at 28 days with the total volume of 152 cubic meters. Under masonry works, with a total coverage of 1,594.7 square meters. For steel works, having a total weight of 22,465.94 kilograms. For roofing works, with the total coverage of 1,096.58 linear meters. For waterproofing works, total coverage area of 1,027.08. And then under architectural works, we have tile works with a total coverage of 3,366.18 square meters. Ceiling works with total coverage of 2,904.14 square meters. Carpentry works with a total coverage area of 315.55 square meters. Or painting works with total coverage of 1,856.61 square meters. Then doors and windows. Column and beam cover, total coverage area of 99.36 square meters. And also we have miscellaneous works. Under the electrical lighting fixtures of 454 sets, and then 885 sets for wiring devices. Wires and conduits, panel board and circuit breakers, structured cabling system. We also have termination accessories and its CCTV system. And then BGMPA system. At the plumbing works, we have the sewer line system, water line system, storm drainage system, septic tank and catch basin, fixtures and accessories. For mechanical works, we have the air conditioning works with the following equipments, and then ventilation works covering 254.72 square meters with the following equipments. Ventilation works covering 254.72 square meters. Then the following equipments: automatic fire sprinkler system with a total coverage of 3,308.72 square meters. Fire detection and alarm system with a total coverage area of 3,262.72 square meters. And then the supply installation of escalator with the following requirements. And then the supply and installation of pre-departure conveyor. Total coverage of 24.23 square meters. Then with the following uh, requirements. And also, we have the furnitures of 152 sets of 4-seater gang chair. Under the construction of administration building or civil structural works, we have concrete works, total coverage of 42.19 cubic meters. Masonry works, total coverage area of 247.25 square meters. Steel works, total weight of 4,427.94 kilograms. Roofing works with a total coverage of 188 linear meters. I also have waterproofing works, a total coverage of 39 square meters. Under architectural works, we have tile works, total area of 509.06 square meters. Ceiling works, total coverage area of 368.50 square meters. And carpentry works, total coverage area of 334.42 square meters. For painting works, we have a total coverage area of 962 square meters. And for doors and windows, we have 20 sets of doors and 21 sets of windows. Miscellaneous works with a total coverage area of 11 square meters, 1 set of signage, and another accessories of 11.18 square meters. Under the electrical works, we have the lighting fixtures, wiring devices, wires and conduits, sorry, panel board and circuit breakers with the following requirements. We also have structured cabling system, termination accessories, under the plumbing works, we have the site works, sewer line system, water line system, storm drain system, catch basin, gears and accessories. Under mechanical works, we have the air conditioning unit and piping with the following equipment: and specifications. We also have ventilation equipment and accessories, covering a total area of 73.59 square meters. We have hangars and supports, covering of 5.11 square meters. We have F-dust and fire extinguisher, covering 308.68 square meters. And also we have furniture, 297 sets furniture. Under the construction of civil structural works, we have a concrete works covering 38.24 cubic meters. Masonry works, total coverage area of 174.08 square meters. And also waterproofing work, covering 86.35 square meters. Under architectural works, we have the laderang, painting works, doors and windows, 1 set door and 5 set windows. Under electrical works, we have lighting fixtures and wiring devices with complete standard accessories as indicated. Wires and conduits, panel boards, termination accessories. Under the plumbing works, we have catch basin, 3 sets of catch basin, storm drainage, 21 linear meters, and sewage tank, 300 for modular storage tank. We also have the SPL1 for mobilization or demobilization. SPL2 for construction safety and health program. SPL3 temporary facilities. Under the temporary facilities, we have the staff house. For general provision of staff house, service vehicle, and other materials, devices, equipments under special item or temporary PTs shall not include OCM and contractor's profit. The contractor shall be responsible in providing safety perimeter fence or security fences, personal protective equipment for staffs and workers on site while construction is ongoing. Safety reports should be prepared regularly. Also, the contractor shall be responsible for all laboratory material testing, building and safety permits and survey instruments necessary in the project implementation. These expenses shall be incorporated in the contractor's overhead cost and shall not be considered as pay item. So, that will be the end of the presentation. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Any question? If there is none, then attorney.
Mr. Chair, yeah. Sir, we have prospective bidders online. May we know from our prospective bidders if you have any questions or clarifications? You may raise it now. Or you may also opt to just put in writing your questions or clarifications and send it to our BAC Secretariat on or before 10 calendars, on or before 10 calendar days before the opening of the bids. So if we have no questions from our prospective bidders, Mr. Chair, we'd like to thank our prospective bidders for attending today's pre-bidding conference. We are looking forward to your submission. Mr. Chair, we can now close this item, sir, and proceed to our next project, sir.
Thank you. Proceed.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. The next item in our agenda, also pre-bidding conference for the improvement rehabilitation of third floor admin building. This is a rebid under bid number 23-014-05 amounting to 21,112,739 pesos and 9 centavos and ADMS project. ADMS, please. Also, BACSEC, kindly admit prospective bidders. Thank you.
Hello? Good morning po.
Ma'am, nag-feedback po kayo, ma'am.
Ay, sorry. Hello, sir? Okay. Good day to you all. This is the ADMS, and the service would like to present one of the development projects, the improvement and rehabilitation of the third floor admin building with bid number 23-014-05 Alpha. This project has the project title of the improvement and rehabilitation of third floor admin building with the source of fund of coming from the APP CY 2022 projects, GOCC and GFI's the corporate operating budget. Approved budget for the contract is 21,112,793 and 9 cents. The Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines now invites bids for the above procurement project. Prospective bidders should possess the following technical personnel, which are listed as follows: and equipment with 1 unit portable welding machine. PCAB license is small B license category C and D, building and industrial plant. The duration for this project is 165 calendar days, and the applicable fee for the bidding documents is 28,000 pesos, inclusive of 12% VAT. Bids must be duly received by the BAC Secretariat through manual submission at BAC Office, CAAP Compound, Mia Road, corner Ninoy Aquino Avenue, 1300 Pasay City, Metro Manila, on or before the 12th of December 2023 at 9:30 a.m. Late bids shall not be accepted. Moving on to the bid data sheet. With item 3.0 of the ITB clause, the certificate of site inspection duly signed by Lieutenant Colonel Valentino A. Janela, AFRET, of Aerodrome Development and Management Service, or his duly authorized representative. This shall include logbook with the entry of the name and signature of the person who conducted the site inspection. And 3, the picture of the proposed site, including the personnel who conducted the site inspection, together with the airport manager, and or officer in charge, or his duly authorized representative. Here shown is a sample illustration of the certificate of site inspection, the company ID, and the airport logbook. Moving on to the item 5.2, the bidder must have an experience of having completed a single largest completed contract that is similar to this project, equivalent to at least 50% of the ABC. For this purpose, contracts similar to the project refer to contracts which have the same major categories of work, which shall be category building construction, improvement, rehabilitation, and or repair with the ABC of 21,112,793 and 09 cents. Item 7.1, subcontracting is not allowed. Moving on to the ITB clause. Item 10.4, the key personnel must meet the required minimum years of experience, which are listed below as follows. For the key personnel, the general experience, experience. Item 10.5, the minimum major equipment requirements are the following. 1. Portable welding machine. ITB clause item 11.1, the second bid envelope shall contain the financial documents for the bid as specified in section 10, checklist of technical and financial documents. This shall include the complete accomplishment of all of the above mentioned of all of parts financial documents. Original of duly signed and accomplished financial bid form, the bill of quantities, summary of bid proposal, bill of materials and cost estimates, summary sheet indicating the unit prices of construction materials, labor rates, and equipment rentals used in coming up with the bid, and cash flow by quarter and payment schedule. Applicable CAAP BAC standard forms included in this PBD shall be complied in accordance with the prescribed forms under Section 11 Bidding Forms Annex C. Bids not complying with the above instruction shall be disqualified. Item 11.1, any changes in the description and quantity stated on the financial document forms shall not be allowed. However, any typographical error that is visible to the eyes or obvious to the understanding and is harmless or will not affect the project's implementation shall not be ground for disqualification. Discounts stated in the financial bid form shall be computer written with the same font style and size as of the whole text of the said form. Discounts that are either handwritten, typewritten, or computer written in other font style and size shall not be considered. Moving on to 11.2, bid exceeding the ABC of the project shall be disqualified. Item 15.1, the bid security shall be in the form of a bid securing declaration or any of the following forms and amounts. The amount of not less than 2% of ABC if bid security is in cash, cashier's manager's check, bank draft, or guarantee or irrevocable letter of credit, and the amount of not less than 5% of ABC if bid security is in surety bond. ITB clause item 16.0. Each and every page thereof shall be initialed and signed by the duly authorized representatives of the bidder. Each bidder shall submit one copy of the first and second components of its bid. Bids not complying with the above instructions shall be automatically disqualified. Here is a sample illustration of the table of contents, the index tab, and the initial signed and must be sequentially paginated in accurate order. Moving to item 17.0, the address for submission is listed as follows. Item 19.2, partial bid is not allowed. The infrastructure project is packaged in a lot. The lot shall not be divided into sublots for the purpose of bidding, evaluation, and contract award. Item 20, the bidder with the lowest calculated bid that complies with and is responsive to all the requirements and conditions shall submit the following. Requirements on time or a finding against the veracity thereof shall disqualify the bidder for award, provided that in the event that a finding against the veracity of any of the documents submitted is made, it shall cause the forfeiture of the bid security in accordance with the Section 69 of the IRR of RA 9184. Item 21, the following relevant project documents are required to be submitted by the successful bidder who submitted the LCRB as part of the contract agreement during its signing: the construction schedule, bar chart and S-curve, per CPM network diagram, manpower schedule, construction methods, and equipment utilization schedule. Construction safety and health programs approved by the Department of Labor and Employment. Moving to the special conditions of the contract for this project, under GCC Clause 3.1, the Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines shall give possession of all parts of the site to the contractor upon receipt of the notice to proceed. Item 5, in addition to the performance security, winning bidder shall submit contractor's all-risk insurance prior to signing of contract. Item 7.2, in case of permanent structures such as buildings of types 4 and 5 as classified under the National Building Code of the Philippines, and other structures made of steel, iron, or concrete which comply with relevant structural codes, such as but not limited to steel and/or concrete, bridges, flyovers, aircraft movement areas, ports, dams, tunnels, filtration and treatment plants, storage systems, power plants, transmission and communication towers, railway system, and other similar permanent structures, 15 years. Item 10, no day works are applicable to the contract. Item 13, the amount of the advance payment shall not exceed 15% of the total contract price. Item 15.1, the date by which operating and maintenance manuals are required is upon completion of the project. The date by which as-built drawings are required is upon completion of the project. PDF, AutoCAD file of which operating maintenance manuals are required is upon of the project. Required hard copy of the same upon completion of the project. The amount to be withheld for failing to produce as-built drawings and/or operating and maintenance manuals by the date required is 2% of the contract. Here is a run-through of the checklist of technical and financial documents with item 1 technical component envelope, and item 2 financial component envelope. Moving on to the plans for this project, here is the approved third floor plan. The section details from section A to section E. Section details from section F to section J. The perspective drawing. Going to the scope of work, I'm 1.00, the structural works, with the demolition works, concrete and masonry works, and steel works. Item 2.00, the architectural works, with the tile works, carpentry works, painting works, doors and windows and signages. Item 3.00, electrical works, including the lighting and power conduit and fittings, wires and cables, electrical wiring devices, lighting fixtures, boxes and pole boxes, air conditioning units, conduits and fittings, air conditioning units, conduits and fittings, wires and cables, data and telephone system conduits and fittings, data and telephone system wires and cables, and data and telephone system electrical wiring devices. Also, under the electrical works, the data and telephone system boxes and pole boxes, the grounding system, the panel board circuit breaker and wire gutter, the feeders and subfeeder wires and cables, the feeder and subfeeder conduits and fittings, the hangers, supports, and termination accessories, and the transformer assembly. Moving on to the mechanical works with the inclusion of the air conditioning unit piping, hangers and support, and the ventilation equipment and accessories. Next is the plumbing works with the sewer line and water line and the fixtures. Lastly is the furniture. The general provisions for this project. The provisions for staff house, service vehicles, laptops, printers, cameras, plotters, furniture, and other materials, devices, and equipment under special item or temporary facilities shall not include OCM and CP. The contractor shall be responsible in providing safety perimeter fence or security fences, personal protective equipment for staffs and workers on site while construction is ongoing. Safety reports should be prepared regularly. The contractor shall be responsible for all laboratory material testing, building and safety permits, and survey instruments necessary in the project implementation. These expenses shall be incorporated in the contractor's overhead costs and shall not be considered as pay item. That's it. Thank you.
Mr. Chair, the technical working group and the end user are now ready to accept questions or clarifications from our prospective bidders, if there is any, sir.
Ayun, si Miss Daisy, raised hand.
Yes, Mr. Chair. Ma'am Daisy Hernandez, kindly state your name po, ma'am, and the company you represent po, ma'am, and your questions.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Miss Daisy from RTIL Construction and Supply.
Go ahead, ma'am.
Ask ko lang po kung a-allow niyo po kami na mag-submit ng NC2 certificate para po dun sa Master Electrician.
And you, sir, please.
Ma'am, pwedeng ulitin yung question?
Meron po kasi kayong requirements dito sa technical personnel. And nakalagay po dito yung one Master Electrician. Pwede po ba kami mag-submit nito as yung NC2 certificate lang po ng electrical installation and maintenance po ng key personnel? O PRC license po yung kailangan niyo po dito?
Ma'am, master electrician po yung hinahanap. So, yun po yung kailangan nating i-provide.
Okay, so yung NC2 hindi po siya pwede, sir?
Hindi po.
Okay, noted po. Thank you.
Any other questions po from our prospective bidders? Do you have any other question, Ma'am Daisy, or ETAG Development Corporation, or from Sicilian Builders? Mark, do you have any questions po? If there are no other questions, we would like to remind our prospective bidders that pwede pa po kayong magpadala ng inyong mga questions or clarifications po sa Bids and Awards Committee Secretariat 10 calendar days before the opening of bids po. Email it or send it personally sa BAC Secretariat po.
Dito na ako. Dito na rin ako. No?
Mr. Chair, since it appears we are cleared now, sir. I mean, no other questions from the prospective bidders. We can now close this item, sir, and we can proceed to the next item, sir.
Okay, proceed to the next item.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Thank you to our prospective bidders, and we are looking forward to your submission. Thank you. The next item, Mr. Chair, also a pre-bidding conference. This is for the supply delivery of 472 pails aqueous film forming foam, AFFF 3% level B for various airports, bid number 23-025-08, amounting to 5,192,000, an ADMS project. ADMS, please, and Secretariat, kindly admit prospective bidders.
Good morning, Mr. Chair. This is Joe Aris Evangelista from ARFF, ADMS.
Sir Aris, you may now share your presentation, please.
Yes, sir. I would like to share my screen. Good morning once again. Presenting to you is the details of the project. Okay. So for the background of the project, this is the procurement of Aqueous film forming foam or AFFF. This is essential not only to comply and meet the standards prescribed by the International Civil Aviation Organization or the ICAO, but primarily to live up with the primary objective of rescue and firefighting services, to save lives in the event of aircraft accident or incident. The AFFF shall be readily available in the airport, including a 200% reserve requirement as per ICAO standards. In compliance thereto, ADMS requested for the inclusion of fund in the calendar year 2023 annual procurement plan for the purchase of AFFF 3% solution. So the project is titled Supply and Delivery of 472 Pails Aqueous Film Forming Foam AFFF 3% solution for various efforts. The source of fund is from CAAP APP calendar year 2023 with the approved budget of 5,192,000 pesos. The duration for the delivery of project is 90 calendar days, and with the applicable fee for the bidding documents of 11,200 pesos inclusive of 12% VAT. For the bid data sheet as shown, clause 5.3. For the purpose, a contract similar to the project shall be supply delivery of aqueous film forming foam. Letter B should be completed within the last 5 years. A single contract that is similar to this project, equivalent to at least 25% of the ABC. Clause 7.1A, subcontracting is not allowed. Clause number 12, the price of the goods shall be quoted DDP, various airports, or the applicable international commercial terms or Incoterms for this project. Clause 14.1, the bid security shall be in the form of a bid securing declaration or any of the following forms and amounts. Letter A, the amount of not less than 103,840 if bid security is in cash, cashiers or managers check, bank draft, guarantee, or irrevocable letter of credit. Or letter B, the amount of not less than 259,600 if bid security is in surety bond. Clause 14.2. The bid security in the form of surety bond shall be valid until 120 calendar days from the date of opening of bids and shall be callable on demand. Clause 15. Each and every page thereof shall be initialed, signed by the duly authorized representatives of the bidder. Submitted eligibility, technical, and financial documents shall be properly marked with index tabs or ear tab and must be sequentially paginated in accurate order in the form, for example, page 3 of 100, page number of last page of the document per envelope basis. Pagination should be sequential based on the entire span of the whole document inside the envelope. Bids not complying with the above instruction shall be automatically disqualified. Clause 14.2, the bid security in the form of surety bond shall be valid until 120 calendar days from the date of opening of bids and shall be callable on demand. For the special condition of contract, SCC Clause 2.2, partial payment is not allowed. Terms of payment shall be 100% after complete delivery of goods. For the distribution list, as shown, we have 33 airports with a total number of 472 Pails. For the technical specifications, for the item number 1, supply and delivery of 472 Pails, Aqueous film forming foam or AFFF, 3% solution for various airports. The volume should be 20 liters per pail. Type of foam, it is a Aqueous film forming foam or AFFF, mixing ratio with 3%. With the density at 20 degrees Celsius is to 1.00 up to 1.05 cubic meter. Viscosity from 2 to 10 millimeters square. With the pH level at 20 degrees, 6.0 to 8.5. Sedimentation, greater or equal than 0.5, freezing point greater or equal than negative 15 degrees for normal type, and greater or equal than negative 30 degrees for cold resistant type. With the foam expansion ratio of less than or equal to 7.0, fire extinction time with less than or equal to 60 seconds, reignition time for 25% greater or equal than 5 minutes. Storage temperature is negative 10 degrees up to 60 degrees Celsius. For the terms and conditions, bidders must possess the experience in projects similar to supply and delivery of aqueous film forming foam or AFFF. Number 2, bidders must submit a testing certification that the aqueous film forming foam or AFFF 3% solution being offered meets the required foam performance for ICAO Performance Level B. Bidders must submit a certification from manufacturer that aqueous film forming foam or AFFF 3% Performance Level B being offered have at least 10 years shelf life service. Number 4, bidder must deliver the 472 Pails aqueous film forming foam 3% Performance Level B within 3 months from issuance of Notice to Proceed or NTP. Number 5, bidder must not be blacklisted or barred from the bidding by the government of any country, any of its agency, offices, corporation or local government units and not included in the consolidated blacklisting report by the Government Procurement Policy Board or GPPB. For the checklist of technical and financial documents as shown, we have the technical component envelope or the Class A documents. Under the Class A documents are the legal documents, technical documents. We have the financial documents. And for the financial component envelope, so this ends our presentation. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Aris.
Mr. Chair, we're now ready to accept questions from our prospective leaders, if there is any.
Good morning po.
Yeah, go ahead, sir.
Alright. Question lang po regarding po dun sa distribution ng AFFF. Possible po ba, sir, na ma-deliver po doon sa parang area center? May ganun po ba, sir?
Yes, sir. Good morning po. With your question po, delivery through area center would be possible. We will try to check with the area centers muna. But with the distribution list po kasi, most of them will go through the area center din naman po and then going through the satellite airports. So we will check the availability para doon sa delivery natin with the area center. Maybe pwede namin kayong balikan para dito sa question ninyo for the answer.
Okay po, thank you.
Mr. Chair, we also have a question here from RB Solomon.
Okay, go ahead.
Hello, sir. Good morning. Rose B. Solomon from MPM Safety Industries Company.
Yes po, good morning.
Sir, good morning too. Sir, regarding since rebid po ito, sir, kasi sumali kami nung last time. Another payment pa po ba, sir, or hindi na? For the bidding documents fee.
Mr. Chair, if I may respond, sir.
Go ahead.
Ma'am, if you have the receipt of your former submission, ma'am, you may present that and you need not to buy the documents for that po.
Noted, sir. Thank you so much.
Question po. Hi,
Yes,
good
ma'am po.
morning.
Mega Pre-Corp.
Sherry C po. Question lang po regarding po dun sa, kasi different airports po ito. Then would there be a testing required pa rin po ba yan? For per airport pa po ba? Or just one sampling? May ganun po ba? Thank you po.
Good morning, ma'am. As for the testing po, ang kailangan lang po i-submit is the compliance natin from the ICAO or the test certificate po. Testing certificate po. Level B.
Okay, thank you very much.
Any other questions? Mr. Chair, it appears that wala na po mga questions, sir. We just remind our prospective leaders, sir, that they can still submit their questions or clarifications 10 calendar days before the opening of bids to our back secretariat or back office. There. Mr. Chair, we still have one from R.B. Solomon.
Okay, go ahead.
Hello sir, good morning po ulit. Sir, yung bidding document is same pa din po siya doon na pinakauna since rebid lang po ito sir. I'm right?
Ma'am, if I may respond po,
Hindi po.
sir, if I may respond, kindly check the recently uploaded sa PhilJeps at saka sa CAAP website po, ma'am, kasi baka may mga changes na po dun sa terms of yung terms of reference and other provisions of the bidding documents.
Okay. Pero yung location sir is same pa din po kung sa delivery.
Can you please?
Yes. Same pa din sir
Yes,
yung mga location.
with regarding po sa delivery po, yes po, same pa rin po.
Alright sir, thank you so much po.
Ma'am R.B. Solomon? Ma'am?
Yes sir.
Ma'am, Mr. Chair, I just want to be corrected, Mr. Chair, dun sa earlier response ko dun sa bidding documents, sir. Sir, considering that this is a rebid po pala, sir, due to no qualified bidders during the first bid, the previous bidding, Mr. Chair, then they have to purchase new bid documents, sir. So the applicability of yung previous na bid documents, sir, cannot be applied to this present bidding, sir.
All right, so I hope everybody understands that.
Ma'am Solomon, cleared po, ma'am.
Okay sir, so we need to buy again sir.
Yes po, ma'am, kasi rebid po pala siya, no qualified bidders po for the previous bidding po.
Okay, noted sir. Thank you po.
Thank you, ma'am. Mr. Chair, since no other items, questions, we can now close this item, sir. We can now proceed with our next agenda.
Okay, go ahead.
Thank you to our prospective bidders, and we're looking forward to your submissions po. Maraming salamat po. You may now be excused. The fourth item, Mr. Chair, also pre-bidding conference for the purchase of rugged field laptop bid number 23-026-08, amounting to 2,387,527 pesos and 30 centavos an ADMS project. ADMS, please. Back Secretariat, kindly admit prospective bidders. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone.
Go ahead, ADMS.
Good morning, everyone. The ADMS would like to present to you the pre-bidding conference for the purchase of rugged field laptop with bid number 23-026-08. The rationale of the project. At present, ADMS has two rugged laptops which was purchased sometime in 2013. The units had served 10 years now
which eventually slowed down, became old and outdated. As to the nature of work and operation of this office, surveying works requires you to be on the work site one after the other. Being out in the field on extreme work environment, rugged laptop is of great advantage. These heavy-duty laptops have extremely strong protective performance and are designed to withstand everyday bumps and drops, and it can be said that they are professionally designed to handle harsh conditions. Given the number of projects being handled by this office due to the downloading of funds from the DOTR, purchase of 3 new rugged field laptops would greatly enhance productivity and efficiency. The project title is Purchase of Rugged Field Laptop with bid number 23-026-08. The source of fund is from the CAAP APP calendar year 2023. The duration of the project is 90 calendar days. The applicable fee for the bidding documents is 5,600 inclusive of 12% VAT. For the submission and opening of bids, it will be on December 12, 2023 at 9:30 a.m. at the CAAP Conference Room, CAAP Main Building, Old Mayor Road, Pasay City. For the bid data sheet, ITB Clause 5.3. For this purpose, contracts similar to the project shall be letter A, supply delivery of rugged field computers, and letter B, should have completed within the last 10 years a single contract that is similar to this project, equivalent to at least 50% of the ABC. Clause 7.1, subcontracting is not allowed. So, the bidder shall submit all eligibility and technical documents as specified in Section 8. For the technical component envelope, these are the legal documents. And the technical documents as shown. And the final documents. For Class B documents, the financial component envelope are the following. For ITB Clause 14.2, the bid security in the form of surety bond shall be valid until 120 calendar days from the date of opening of bids and shall be callable on demand. Item 15, each and every page thereof shall be initialed, signed by duly authorized representatives of the bidder. For the special conditions of contract, Item 2.2, partial payment is not allowed. Terms of payment shall be 100% after complete delivery of goods. Kindly see Section 8 of the Terms of Reference. For the terms of payment, these are the project deliverables. Supply and delivery of 3 fully rugged field laptop sets and submission of warranty certificate. As for the documentary requirements, delivery receipt received by supply division or end user, warranty certificate, certificate of inspection and acceptance issued by CAAP, final certificate of completion, and turnover issued by the winning bidder stating that the project is 100% complete, and billing statement or sales invoice. So this is the schedule of requirements. Item number 1, supply and delivery of fully rugged field laptop with pre-installed Microsoft Office Home and Business Perpetual License 2021 or latest version with access to product key. For the technical specifications, processor should be 2 units rugged field laptop, at least i9 11th generation processor or higher, at least 8 cores and 16 thread or higher, must run at least 4.9 gigahertz with turbo boost technology. For the processor, 1 unit rugged field laptop, at least i7 11th generation processor or higher, at least 8 cores and 16 thread or higher, and must run at least 4.8 gigahertz with turbo boost technology. For the operating system, at least Windows 11 Pro 64-bit. The storage should be user swappable storage, at least 2 1 terabyte PCIe solid state drive. And the memory should be at least 64 gigabytes, DDR4 RAM. The display, 15.6 inches thin film transistor LCD FHD, at least 1920 by 1080 resolution, sunlight readable, and capacitive multi-touch screen. For the graphics, at least integrated graphics processor or higher. And the input-output interface, at least 1 FHD webcam, at least 4 USB-A 3.2 ports, at least 2 LAN, at least 1 audio in and out combo, at least 1 DC in jack, at least 1 HDMI 2.0 port, at least 1 display port, at least 1 docking connector, at least 2 serial port, at least 1 external VGA, Thunderbolt Type-C port, and Express card reader plus PCMCIA Type 2 card reader. For battery or power, AC adapter with 275 battery life with 2 multimedia bay battery. For the connectivity, integrated gigabit Ethernet port, Wi-Fi 6 or higher, Bluetooth 5.2 or higher. The rugged features, MIL STD 810H certified or better, IP66 certified or better, MIL STD 461G certified or better, vibration and drop resistant at least 1.2 meters, and salt fog resistant. For the security features, with Trusted Platform Module 2.0, with Kensington lock and smart card reader. For the environmental specification, the operating range should be negative 29 degrees Celsius to 63 degrees Celsius. The humidity range should be 95% RH and non-condensing. For the accessories, laptop bag and ergonomic wireless mouse. Bundled software should be pre-installed licensed Microsoft Office Home and Business Office 2021 or latest version with access to the license. And for the warranty features, at least 3-year comprehensive warranty against defects and accidental damages. The terms of reference Item 4, qualification of bidders. First, must be registered with Securities and Exchange Commission, Department of Trade and Industry, capable of implementing the project consistent with the primary purpose as it appears in its articles of incorporation. 2, bidders must have at least 5 years experience in providing similar contract, supply, and delivery of rugged field computers. The bidders must also have the capacity and ability to provide maintenance services and technical support, thus must have local service center in the Philippines authorized by the manufacturer to perform maintenance and repair work on the products. The winning bidder shall ensure that the product being offered pass the military standard and ingress protection rating. The military standard 810H certification and ingress protection certification from the manufacturer shall be submitted to this authority. For the project requirements, warranty and after-sales support. The supplier must provide a warranty certificate in favor of the Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines covering a period of 3 years for the parts and services of rugged field laptop. Number 2 is the warranty period shall only commence after formal acceptance of the hardware and software. The contractor shall repair and make good at its own expense any defects which may develop during the warranty period. And the service level agreement within the warranty period. In case of equipment pull-out, a service or replacement unit of the same specifications as that of the malfunctioning equipment shall be provided while the faulty one is undergoing repair or diagnosed. This is a checklist of technical and financial documents. For the technical component envelope, these are the legal documents. And these are the technical documents. And the financial documents. The financial component envelope are as shown. The other documentary requirements under RA number 9184 for foreign bidders claiming by reason of their country's extension or reciprocal rights to Filipinos, certification from the relevant government office of their country stating that Filipinos are allowed to participate in government procurement activities for the same item or product. Certification from the DTI if the bidder claims preference as a domestic bidder or domestic entity. So that ends our presentation. Thank you.
Mr. Chair, we are now accepting questions or questions or clarifications from our prospective bidders.
All right, any question?
Sir, good morning. This is from IA Tech Solutions Inc.
Go ahead po, ma'am.
Do we need to purchase another bidding documents for this pre-bid? We already bought the bidding documents in the first bidding.
Yes, ma'am. Considering, ma'am, that this is a rebid, the new bidders has to purchase another set of bid documents for this po.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Any other questions po, ma'am?
That's all po.
Thank you, ma'am.
Hello po, good morning. Equity po.
Yes, Sir George Perez, your acknowledge po, sir.
Tanong ko lang po dito sa may SLCC po. Pwede po ba dito yung ano po, similar lang dito sa may rack and field like supply and delivery laptop computer.
And you, sir, please.
Yes, sir. If I may po. To answer the question po, sir, yes, sir. Similar to the project po, mayroon naman po nakalagay doon sa SLCC, supply and delivery of computers.
Okay po. That's another question po, ma'am. Dun sa bidders experience po sa terms and condition po. Okay lang rin po ba na supply and deliver laptop computer at least 5 years na experience, hindi connected, medyo connected dun sa experience na rack and field.
At least 5 years. I think naka-specify po doon, sir, is at least 10 years.
So, kailangan po ma'am, rack and field din na experience po.
At least, sir, may rugged field po na experience po.
Bawal po ba doon yung supply and delivery laptop computers ma'am na experience po?
As per terms of reference po, sir, we stick po doon sa po namin po.
Sige po, thank you po. Tas another, po, dun sa legal clearance po, pwede na po ba kami makapag-request po nito?
Yes, sir. You may now go to our enforcement and legal servicer and request for a legal clearance po. Meron po kayong form na i-fill upan po pagkatapos para ma-issuean po kayo ng legal clearance po. Available, pwede na po siya ngayon, sir.
Okay po. Bali po, on-site po ba rin? O pwede pong email transfer po ng documents po?
I think, sir, on-site po, sir, dito po sa ELS po namin kasi may mga paper din po ata kayo, sir.
Okay po. Sige po, noted po. Thank you.
You're welcome po. Any other questions po? If there's none, Mr. Chair, we can now close this item, sir.
Yes, and proceed to the next.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Just a reminder to our bidders, should you have any other questions pa po, pwede pa po kayo magpadala sa sa BAC Secretariat po 10 calendar days before the opening of bids. Maraming salamat po for participating today's pre-bid conference. You're now excused po. Moving on, Mr. Chair, item 2.6, pre-bidding conference for the proposed CCTV surveillance system control room at ACC building, bid number 23-051-10 alpha, amounting to 7,350,942 pesos and 86 centavos an ADMS project. ADMS, please. And BAC Secretariat, kindly admit prospective bidders.
Good day to all. Again, this service would like to present another development project, the pre-bid conference for the proposed CCTV and surveillance system control room at ACC building with bid number 23-010-05 alpha. This project has the project title of the proposed CCTV and surveillance system control room at ACC building, coming from the source of fund APPCY 2023 projects, GOCC, and GFI's corporate operating budget, approved budget for the contract ABC. cents. Following. Okay. Hello, sorry. Oh. Prospective bidder put the following: technical personnel, equipment with a pickup license, small B license category C and D, building and industrial plant. The duration for this project is 90 calendar days, inclusive of 0 unworkable and rainy days. Applicable fee for the bidding documents is 11,200, inclusive of 12% VAT. Bids must be duly received by the BAC Secretariat on or before the 12th of December 2023 at 9:30 a.m. at the BAC office, CAAP Compound, Mayor Road, corner Ninoy Aquino Avenue, 1300, Pasay City, Metro Manila. Late bids shall not be accepted. Moving on to ITB Clause Item 3.0, Certificate of Site Inspection, duly signed by Lieutenant Colonel Valentino A. Dianella, Assistant Director General 2 of Aerodrome Development and Management Service, or his duly authorized representative. They shall include all the following documents as attachment to the Certificate of Site Inspection, shall and form part of the bidder's technical documents. 1. Copy of company ID of the person who conducted the site inspection. 2. Copy of the airport facility visitor's logbook with the entry of the name and signature of the person who conducted the site inspection. And 3. Picture of the proposed site, including the personnel who conducted the site inspection, together with the airport manager, officer in charge, or his duly authorized representative. Here are the sample illustrations of the Certificate of Site Inspection, the company ID, and the airport logbook. Item 5.2, the bidder must have experience of having completed a single largest completed contract that is similar to this project, equivalent to at least 50% of the ABC. For this purpose, contracts similar to the project refer to contracts which have the same major categories of work, which shall be category building, construction, improvement, rehabilitation, and repair, with the ABC of 7,350,942 and 86 cents. Item 7.1, subcontracting is not allowed. Moving on to ITV clause, item 10.1, bidder shall submit all eligibility and technical documents as specified in section 10. Item 11.2, bid exceeding the ABC of the project shall be disqualified. Item 15.1, the bid security shall be in the form of a bid securing declaration or any of the following forms and amounts. A. The amount of not less than 2% of ABC if bid security is in cash, cashier's manager's check, bank draft or guarantee or irrevocable letter of credit. And B. The amount of not less than 5% of ABC if bid security is in surety bond. Item 16.0, each and every page thereof shall be initialed and signed by the duly authorized representatives of the bidder. Pagination should be sequential based on their span of the whole documents inside envelope. Each bidder shall submit one copy of the first and second components of its bid. Here are the sample illustrations of the table of content, index tab, and the initialed, signed, and must be sequentially paginated in accurate order. Moving to 19.2, partial bid is not allowed. The infrastructure project is packaged in a single lot and lot shall not be divided into sublots of the purpose of bidding, evaluation, and contract award. Item 20.0, the bidder with the lowest calculated bid that complies with and is responsive to all the requirements and conditions shall meet the following. Failure to submit any of the post-qualification requirements on time or a finding against the veracity thereof shall disqualify the bidder for the award, provided that in the event that a finding against the veracity of any of the documents submitted is made, it shall cause the forfeiture of the bid security in accordance with Section 69 of the IRR of RA 9184. Item 21. The following relevant project documents are required to be submitted by the successful bidder who submitted the LCRB as part of the contract agreement during its signing. The construction schedule, bar chart, and S-curve, Earth CPM network diagram, manpower schedule, construction methods, equipment utilization schedule. Moving on to the special conditions of contract. GCC Clause Item 3.1. The Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines shall give possession of all parts of the site to the contractor upon receipt of the notice to proceed. Item 5.0. In addition to the performance security, winning bidder shall submit contractors all risk insurance prior to signing of contract. Item 7.2, in case of permanent structures such as buildings of types 4 and 5 as classified on the National Building Code of the Philippines, and other structures made of steel, iron, or concrete, which comply with relevant structural codes, such as but not into steel or concrete, bridges, flyovers, aircraft movement areas, ports, dams, tunnels, filtration and treatment plants, storage system, power plants, transmission and communication towers, railway system, and other similar permanent structures 15 years. Item 10, no day works are applicable to the contract. Item 13, the amount of the advance payment shall not exceed 15% of the total contract price. Item 15.1, the date by which operating and maintenance manuals are required is upon completion of the project. The date by which as-built drawings are required is upon completion of the project. PDF, AutoCAD file of the as-built plan shall include as attachment to the required hard copy of the same upon completion of the project. Item 15.2, the amount to be withheld for failing to produce as-built drawings and/or operating and maintenance manuals by the date required is 2% of the contract price. Here is a run-through of the checklist of technical and financial documents. Under Item 1, the technical component envelope, Class A documents, the legal documents. And under Item 2, the financial component envelope. Moving on to the plans for this project. Here's the proposed floor plan for the command center. The transverse sections A and B. The longitudinal section A and B. And the perspective drawings for this project, showing the conference lobby and the main office. Moving on to the scope of works, With SPL1, the mobilization and demobilization. SPL2, the construction safety and health program. Under item 1.00, the civil and structural works, with the inclusion of site works and concrete works. Also, part of structural is the masonry works. Under item 2.00, the architectural works, with the inclusion of tiling works, painting works, and ceiling works. Carpentry works, and doors and windows. Also included in the architectural is work. Under item 3.00, electrical works, is the lighting and power conduits and fittings, lighting and power conductors, lighting fixtures, the electrical wiring devices, the panel board and circuit breakers, the feeder conduits and fittings, the feeder conductors. Under item 4, the mechanical works. Under item 5, plumbing works, with the inclusion of the site works and solar line system. Also is the water line system. Item 6 is the furniture. That's the end of the presentation. Thank you.
To our prospective leaders, do you have questions and clarification po? We have prospective leaders online. Any questions po? Clarifications? If there is none, just a reminder, you can still submit your questions or clarification 10 calendar days before the opening of bids. Mr. Chair, it seems that we don't have any questions or clarifications from our prospective leaders, sir. We can close now this item, sir, and proceed to our next agenda, sir.
All right, thank you. So let's proceed to the next agenda.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. The next item, sir, is the pre-bid conference for the purchase installation of Airfield lighting system, RTIL, PAPL at Dipolog Airport, bid number 23-027-08, amounting to 50,314,236 pesos and 48 centavos an ANS project. ANS, please. BAC Secretariat, kindly admit prospective bidders as well. Thank you.
Good morning. Good morning. Can you see my screen? Morning.
Yes, sir, Derek. Go ahead po, sir.
I will now present the project for the purchase installation of Airfield lighting system, RTIL PAPI, floodlight at Dipolog Airport under bid number 23-027-08. This is a rebid, and today is November 30, 2022. So these are the outlines or the scope of the presentation. At the end of the presentation, we will have having a discussion and clarifications. Allow me to read the invitation to bid. The Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines, through corporate operating budget for CY 2023, intends to apply the sum of 50,314,000 236 pesos and 48 centavos, being the approved budget for the contract, to payments under the contract for purchase installation of Airfield lighting system, RTIL, PAPL at Dipolog Airport. Rebid with project identification number 23-027-08 Alpha. Bids received in excess of the ABC shall be automatically rejected at bid opening. The Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines now invites for the above.
Sir Derek,
Yes.
excuse me, sorry. I think your presentation is not moving.
Can you see item number 2? Wala pa po.
No, we're just seeing the title page, the pre-bidding conference. Kindly reshare na lang po. We have Evercon Builders here and other bidders. Evercon.
Okay. I will just share the entire screen. Okay na po.
Yes po, sir.
Okay. Do you see item 1, 2, and 3 of invitation to bid? Hello? Okay, allow me to reread again. The Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines through the corporate operating budget for CY 2023 intends to apply the sum of 50,314,266.36 pesos and 48 centavos, being the approved budget for the contract for purchase installation of Airfield lighting system at Dipolog Airport with project identification number 23-02708 Alpha. Now bids received in excess of the ABC shall be automatically rejected at bid opening. The Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines now invites bids for procurement project. Completion of works is required within 300 calendar days upon receipt of notice to proceed. Bidders shall have completed contracts similar to the project. The description of an eligible bidder is contained in the bidding documents, particularly in Section 2, Instruction to Bidders. Bidding will be conducted through open competitive bidding procedure using non-discretionary pass-fail criterion as specified in the 2016 revised implementing rules and regulation of Republic Act 9184. For item 4, interested bidders may obtain further information from the Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines and inspect the bidding document, the address given below from Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. A complete set of bidding documents may be acquired by interested bidders on November 23 until the deadline of submission of bids from the given address and websites below, and upon payment of the applicable fee for bidding documents, pursuant to the latest guidance issued by the GPPB in the amount of 56,000 pesos, inclusive of 12% VAT. The procuring entity shall allow the bidder to present its proof of payment for the fees by presenting the official receipt in person. The CCAP will hold a pre-bid conference on November 30, that is today, 9:30 at CAAP Conference Room, Compound Mayor Road, Pasay City, Metro Manila, through video conferencing via Zoom, Google Meet, which shall be open to prospective bidders. And bids must be duly received by the BAC Secretary through manual submission at the office address as indicated below on or before December 14, 2023. 9:30 a.m. and late bids shall not be accepted. All bids must be accompanied by a bid security in any of the acceptable forms in the amount stated in ITB Clause 16. And bid opening shall be on December 14, 2023, 9:30 a.m. at the given address below and or through Zoom Google Meets. Bids will be open in the presence of the bidder's representatives who choose to attend the activity. The Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines reserves the right to reject any and all bids, declare a failure of bidding, or not award the contract at any time prior to contract award in accordance with Section 35, points and 41 of the 2016 revised implementing rules and regulation of RA 9184 without thereby incurring any liability to the affected bidder or bidders. For further information, please refer to Gary M. J.D., BAC Head Secretariat, or you may visit the following website. Moving on to the introduction to bidders with corresponding BDS. For the introduction to bidders, the scope of bid, the procuring entity, Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines, invite bids for the purchase installation of Airfield lighting system at Dipolog Airport, 3 bid with project identification number 23-027-08 Alpha. And the funding information is through the source funding, GOP, to the source of funding as indicated below in the amount of 50,314,236.42. For eligible bidders under Section 5.2, the bidder must have an experience of having completed a single largest completed contract that is similar to this project, equivalent to at least 50% of the ABC, adjusted, if necessary, by the bidders to current prices using the PCA CPI, except under condition provided for in Section 23.4.4 of the 2016 revised IRR of IR number 9184. For this purpose, contracts similar to the project shall be purchase, delivery, installation of Airfield lighting system completed within 10 years prior to deadline for the submission and receipt of bids. This project do not allow subcontracting. And under documents comprising the bid, the first envelope shall contain the eligibility and technical documents of the bid as specified in Section 9. These are Class A documents, legal documents, valid field registration certificate in accordance with Section 8.52 of the IRR, technical documents, statement of the prospective bidder of its ongoing government and private contracts, and statement of the single largest completed contract similar to contract to be bid, original copy of bid security in the form of surety bond, certificate of site inspection duly signed by ANS facility in charge or his her duly authorized representative with the following documents attachment: copy of company ID of the person who conducted the site inspection, copy of the airport facilities visitors logbook appearing their names and signatures of inspectors, pictures of the proposed site, including the conducted the site inspection with the ANS facility in charge or his or her authorized representative. The requirements of projects include organizational chart for the contract to be bid, list of contractors' key personnel to be assigned to the contract to be bid with their complete qualification and experience, list of contractors' major equipment units which are owned, leased, and or under purchase agreement supported by proof of ownership or certification of availability of equipment form, the equipment lessor vendor for the duration of the project as the case may be, and the original duly signed OSS, if applicable, original notarized secretary certificate in case of a corporation, partnership, or cooperative, or original SPA of all members of the joint venture giving power and authority to its officer to sign the OSS. Thus, this will include the following document as attachment to SS2 Omnibus Word Statement. Certification under oath attesting that they have no pending cases against the government. And B, legal clearance to be issued by the CAAP Enforcement and Legal Service with respect to the non-pending cases. and bid bulletin, if any. For the financial documents, the prospective bidder's computation of net financial contracting capacity, or NFCC, or a committed line of credit from a universal or commercial bank in lieu of its computation. And for Class B documents, if applicable, a duly signed joint venture agreement in case the joint venture is already in existence, or duly notarized statements from all the potential joint venture partners stating that they will enter into and abide by the provision of the JVA in the instant that the bid is successful. And bids not complying with the above instruction shall be disqualified. Moving on to ITB 10.3. Prospective bidders shall submit or possess a valid PCAP license in case of JV, a valid special PCAP license, and registration for the type and cost of the contract. Bidders shall meet the following financial requirements for license categorization: single largest project completed, and allowable ranges of contract costs, or registration of contractors for government projects. These requirements shall be submitted together with the bid. For license categorization, the instruction to bidder is specialty, SP-NF, or navigational facility. And for SLP/ARC, medium category B. Now, bids not complying with the above instruction shall be disqualified. The key personnel must meet the required minimum years of experience set below. As shown, bids not complying with the above instruction shall be disqualified. Moving on. For a list of contractors' major equipment, the minimum major equipment requirements are the following and as shown. Now, bids not complying with the above instruction shall be disqualified. Bid security, the ITB, the bid security shall be in the form of a bid securing declaration or any of the following forms and amounts. For the amount of not less than 1,006,284.73 centavos if bid security is in cash, cashier's manager check, bank draft, guarantee, or irrevocable letter of credit. The amount of not less than 2,515,711.82 centavos if bid security is in surety bond. And for bids will be valid for 120 calendar days from the bid opening. For the sealing and marking of bids, each and every page thereof shall be initialed, signed by the duly authorized representatives of the bidder. Pagination should be sequential based on the entire span of the whole document inside the envelope. And bids not complying with the above instruction shall be automatically disqualified. Each bidder shall submit one original bid. For the purpose of illustration, this is how you submit the documents mentioned a while ago. For the detailed evaluation and comparison of bids under Section 19.2 of the ITB, partial bid is not allowed. The infrastructure project is packaged in a single lot, and the lot shall not be divided into sublots for the purpose of bidding, evaluation, and contract award. Under post-qualification, the bidder with the lowest calculated bid that complies with and is responsive to all requirements and conditions submits the latest income and business tax returns filed through the EFPS, business licenses and permits required by law, registration, certificate, mayor's permit, tax clearance, PCAP license, the latest audited financial statement, key personnel licenses, and failure to submit any of the post-qualification requirements on time or finding against the veracity thereof shall disqualify the bidder for award. For signing of the contract, The relevant project documents are required to be submitted by the successful bidders who submitted the LCRB as part of the contract agreement during its signing. These are construction schedule, bar chart and S-curve, PERT CPM network diagram, manpower schedule, construction methods, equipment utilization schedule, and a construction safety and health programs approved by the DOL for the purchase installation of Airfield lighting system at Dipolog, Zamboanga del Norte. For the GCC, general condition of the contract with corresponding SCC, sectional completion of work is not applicable, and for the possession of site, the CAAP shall give possession of all parts of the site to the contractors upon receipt of the notice to proceed. For site investigation reports, certificate of site inspection signed by the facility in Tuguegarao is her duly representative. Inspection can be conducted any day of the week between 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. This is an example or illustration of the certificate of site of inspection, company ID of the prospective bidder, and the logbook with their signatures. For warranty, 1-year defect liability period plus 1-year warranty upon completion of works. And there are no waivers are applicable to the contract. For the program of work, the contractor shall submit the program of work to the procuring entity representative within 7 days of delivery of the notice of the award. And the amount to be withheld for late submission of an updated program of work is the price amount of the contract. And for the advance payment, the amount of advance payment is 15% of the total contract price. No further instruction for the progress of payment. For operating and maintenance manuals, the date by which the operating and maintenance manuals are required is upon completion of the project. The date by which the as-built drawings are required is upon completion of the project. We may suggest that PDF CAD file on the as-built shall be included as attachment to the required hard copy of the same upon completion of the project. And failure to submit or to produce the as-built drawings and or operating and maintenance manuals by the date required is 2% of the contract price. For specification, I will just run through the scope work. These are the under Part A of the general requirements are site works delivery, supply installation of PAPL system, supply installation of RTIL at runway 02 and 20. There's also underground duct works and construction of manholes and handholds, supply installation of apron flood lighting system, including concrete foundation and civil works, supply and installation of power supply and remote control system, supply installation of primary airfield lighting cables, counterpoise wires, wiring termination, other works to make the installation complete and functional, calibration, testing, and accessories, site acceptance, local on-site training by qualified engineer, and testing and commissioning. These are the operating condition of equipment to be installed, and code and standard under Part B. These are the requirement for the spare parts, civil works, test and inspection. For bill of quantities, these are the detailed information can be seen doon sa ating bid documents, no? So just for the purpose of presentation, these are the items to be considered on your BOM. General requirements and facilities, site works, underground cables, ducts, manholes, handles, power control and monitoring system, precision approach, runway threshold, apron floodlight, and miscellaneous. This will be the basis of your computation. Now, checklist. These are the legal documents that was mentioned in the ITB. Technical documents also mentioned. Financial documents for Class B documents. And for the financial component envelope. Now, other documentary requirements under RN number 9184 is the original duly signed bid prices in the bill of quantities, detailed estimates, you may refer to section 8, and cash flow by quarter. So the table is now open for the discussion and clarification. Thank you very much.
Any questions po from our prospective bidders?
Good afternoon. Kyle Ong from Evercon Builders. We have conducted site inspection at Dipolog Airport for the previous bidding for this project a few months ago. Do we still need to conduct a new site inspection, or can we use our site inspection certificate from the previous bidding since the site conditions are the same? Thank you.
End user, please.
For the purpose of maybe there will be some changes dun sa site, may I advise that they may visit the site again if there are any changes. But for the question, question po na kung pwedeng gamitin uli yung certificate of site inspection. Hindi I am not really sure kung kung pwedeng gamitin yun, sir.
Mr. Chair, if I may. Yeah, technically, Sir Kyle Ong, you can still use the old site inspection that you submitted in a previous bidding, but as mentioned by the end user ANS, they encourage that you to visit again the site. But for purposes of the bidding submission, you can still use the old site inspection, sir.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Salamat, Attorney Frank.
Any other questions po? If there are, Mr. Chair, it appears that no other questions or clarifications, sir. We can now close this item, sir. We just like to remind our prospective bidders that they can still submit written question clarifications 10 calendar days before the opening of bid, sir.
All right. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah, Attorney Frank, the time now is 12:09. No? So we still have so many items to tackle. Now, do we go for a break, or any suggestion from the members? Would you like to continue, or we will have a lunch break?
Mr. Chair, the technical, before we proceed, Mr. Chair, we can now excuse, sir, the prospective bidders, sir.
Yes, excuse them.
Okay. Prospective bidders, you are now excused po. You can now leave the meeting room. Sir, we suggest